What'd you do last night? Something new? Different? I'm Lila Lazarus, a Michigan native, longtime journalist, and adventure creator.
Now this is Detroit.
Life is one grand adventure. How are you living yours?
There's a view you don't always get.
I believe that every day should be filled with delicious food, outrageous fun,
I'm gonna turn. Everybody hold on.
unbridled love, and real adventure.
So the only rule tonight is we all have to have fun. Everybody in? All right.
That's when you know you're living your life.
Come on, let's see it. Go, come on.
You see, playtime doesn't end when we grow up. Adults need recess just as much as kids.
Right now I have free-flowing consciousness. Ready for some food?
I am in the mood for some Saganaki. We're here at Greektown's famous Parthenon restaurant. Started by two brothers, who, by the way, introduced this famous dish to Detroit. Today, Polyvios Panagopoulos is going to teach me not only how to make this flaming appetizer, but how to light it up.
Let's go.
So here's the rub. Flaming cheese doesn't even come from Greece. It comes from Chicago. And this guy and his brother brought it to Detroit.
True?
Very true. Saganaki still exists in Greece, but they don't flame it. So we saw it flaming in Chicago. We loved the idea, and it really bloomed in Detroit. People really love it.
You ever get burned?
In the beginning, yeah. Not anymore.
Show me how you make this stuff.
We're using the cassetti cheese. This is cassetti cheese.
Salty.
It's a little bit salty, very mild.
Salted cheese. Now I'm going to
Slice
dip it in
Eggs and milk,
eggs and milk.
and with flour.
Is that good?
Very
Too
good.
much flour?
No, it's good.
Okay, now olive oil. You see, the truth is,
Go. Okay.
in Greece, Saganaki is not flaming cheese. No, Saganaki is anything you fry up in a little frying pan. Now I'm going to leave it on. How long?
Oh, 1 minute.
1 minute on each side. How do I know when it's done?
It's gonna talk to you.
It'll talk to me, okay. Flip it. It's talking to me. Oh, hoppa.
Better than me.
I'm going to get a
Beautiful.
job in here. Watch it.
Now we have to drain the oil.
Goodbye, oil. I need a lesson first. So I'm going to put on a little bit of this. Brandy.
That's brandy flame.
Okay.
Light
As
it.
soon as you see the smoke, then what?
Then light it.
Here, go ahead, put it on.
Woo! Do it.
Now.
Oh!
I did it! Oh my God. That was hot. I could feel that. Can you feel that? I did it! Yeah, I think I got a 10. Oh, Polinostimo. This is going to be delicious. Bon appetit. How do you do it? I want to see your technique.
Simple.
Oh, one piece and one piece. You don't eat the cheese and the bread together? You take a bite first. Let's see if I know how to make flaming cheese.
You do know how to make it. Tastes good? You put enough lemon on it?
I didn't know you dip it in eggs and milk first. That's the key. I love it. So who knew? Flaming cheese is not Greek. Coming up next, we pedal our way through downtown Detroit and the Detroit River on Live Your Life.
This is it, Campus Martius, the heartbeat of downtown Detroit. And by now, if you've been downtown, You've probably seen these on the streets of Detroit. Pedal-powered covered wagons. Let's go for a ride.
You can explore the streets of Detroit in a whole new way.
Hi, everybody.
And even bring your favorite beverage along for the ride.
Welcome to Detroit Rolling Pub. You guys ready to have some fun?
Let's go.
All right, guys, let's pedal.
1, 2, 3.
My name is Nick Blazak, and I run the Detroit Rolling Pub.
And what is it that you love about this?
Me and my wife wanted to work for ourselves, and we thought this was a great opportunity, and most importantly to us, is to bring people to the city and show them the city we love in a whole new light and a new aspect.
You can take this pedal pub anywhere in the city. You can even create your own custom tour. I handpicked complete strangers who work downtown and looked like they needed a break from their routine.
Now, this whole thing of drinking and driving.
All our drivers do not drink, so it's covered.
So what do you think? I love it. Are you supposed to be working right now? Yes. Oh, shh. We won't tell your boss. What happens on the rolling pub
Stays on the Rolling Pub.
No, it goes straight to Facebook and Twitter. Do you think I could drive?
I think we can make that happen.
All right.
I know the owner.
Don't worry, you guys, I have a perfect driving record. Fasten your seatbelt. Wait. The gas is on the right, right? Wow, now this is Detroit. You were crazy enough to let me drive.
I was.
Did anybody see that red light?
But it was fun, we made it safe, and we had a good time.
We lived to tell about
We
it.
did.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna turn. Everybody hold on. This is a show about fun, love, and adventure. How does this fit?
It hits all three of those right in the nose. You have fun, come to the city, come out with your loved ones, and it's an adventure every ride. You never know what's going to happen on the Detroit Rolling Pub.
We do hope you've enjoyed your ride in the Rolling Pub. Please come back for more. But wait, it gets better, because now the rolling pubs have hit the water. This thing is incredible.
Ready to experience the Detroit River like never before? All aboard!
And so this is Michigan's first and only pedal boat.
This is Michigan's first and only pedal boat.
And tell me how it's going.
It's incredible. Every weekend sold out. Everybody comes on, wants to go more. They love it. A lot of people don't have a chance to get on the water. This gives them the opportunity to get on the water for a couple hours.
Hi you guys, I'm Lila.
This floating fun boat allows you to bring any food and beverage and comes with a captain and first mate at your service.
Hello everyone, welcome aboard the Detroit Cycle Boat. How we doing today? My name is Tina and I'm your first mate. I'll be happy
Tina.
to. Hi everyone. And this is Captain George. We'll be taking great care of you on your voyage.
They're dropping the wheel. They're dropping the wheel. Good luck, everybody.
This is an incredible way to see the city.
The Detroit Cycle Boat is Michigan's first and only 16-passenger powered cycle boat.
On this pedal boat, you actually see parts of Detroit you could never see from land.
Exactly. You see Belle Isle. People think the Bobble Boat's a mystery. It's part of our tour. We go right by it. You see the beautiful downtown skyline.
Look at the Renson. There's a view you don't always get.
It's just an awesome time to grab 6 to 15 of your friends and enjoy the city in a whole new aspect.
Speaking about aspect, it can be a little tough on you, right?
Yeah, well, we have some comfy seats and we have seat backs, so it's pretty good. Drink a little more, it gets a lot easier.
Where else can you get such a spectacular view of the U.S. and Canadian coastline?
The view's not bad. No, that's great. Are you getting any exercise? A little bit. So how do you like being the captain of this ship?
It's wonderful to work on the water.
So what can you tell us about living in Detroit that we don't know?
Well, I think something that a lot of people are starting to realize is how wonderful the water is as a resource for the people of the city. And we're seeing that here, you know, with the huge amounts of people we have coming out on the boats. More people are flooding to the water because the river's really cleaned up. It's really beautiful.
This is an incredible way to unwind and enjoy time with family and friends. I brought my brother and again met a dozen new friends who were just out for a good time.
So you've done the rolling pub, now you've done the cycle boat. What's next?
Maybe an airplane, cycle plane. No, not sure. You know, we're adding more pubs next year, we're adding more boats, so we're just gonna keep going and figuring out ways to get people to the city. That's our life
Way to
plan.
go.
Thank you.
Love it. Live your life. Go cycle boating. I screwed it up.
That's a shock.
Seriously, I love doing something I've never done before. That was so cool. I can't wait to see what's next.
Coming up next, we meet some amazing children who are committed to fighting for and living their life.
What's really important in life? What's the secret to happiness? What's true success? If you want the answer to these questions and more, you don't necessarily have to talk to some wise old sage. We found amazing answers from some of the youngest among us. True wisdom from the mouths of babes.
Power, peace, purpose.
Awesome. Hands up, left leg over, and back.
Kids Kicking Cancer is an innovative program open to all children facing pain and discomfort of any illness, teaching them the mind-body techniques of martial arts.
What is it that's so powerful about Kids Kicking Cancer?
We help kids fight whatever challenges are coming their way, from pain, frustration, anger, all the things that come associated with disease.
Deep breath in, and punch.
Tell me about this place and these kids.
Well, these kids, they facing some challenges, but they face it with the bravery, with the heart of a lion. They don't let the disease get them down, and they inspire you every day you come in. They come in with a smile. No matter what they're facing, they put a smile on your face.
Power, peace, purpose.
I spend a lot of time with these kids, as much as possible. And what I've learned is that, unlike a lot of healthy adults I know, these kids, they know how to enjoy life. They're wise beyond their years. In fact, they could teach all of us a little thing or two about living our lives.
My name is Jamia Williams. I am 20 years old. When I was 9 years old, I was diagnosed with undifferentiated embryonosarcoma of the liver, or UESL for short.
My name is Leah.
And what kind of cancer did you have?
I had 2 brain tumors.
2 brain tumors?
When I was 4, I had a big one like a man's fist, and when I was 5, I had a little one.
My name is Haley Wallace. When I was 8 years old, I was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma.
What's that?
Muscle cancer.
My name is Diamond Thomas. I'm 17 years old. When I was 16, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
How'd they know? Was there a symptom?
Yes, I was having very bad stomach pains, but I really couldn't bear the pain.
When they told you had cancer, what did you think?
I didn't know what to think. I was just scared, really nervous, like, am I gonna die, or like, what is going on?
What's it like to be a teenager with cancer?
It's hard, very hard. People look at you differently.
When they said you had another brain tumor, what did you think?
I was really sad when I went home.
From my cancer, I've had about 3 or 4 surgeries, and I had to go through chemotherapy for 6 months and radiation for 5-10 weeks.
And you're how old now?
I am 12.
You've been through a lot.
Yeah, I've been through a lot.
But Haley, you're still always so happy.
That's because of Kids Kicking Cancer.
Deep breath in, and punch.
1, 2.
Deep breath in, and punch.
1, 2.
What do you think about Kids Kicking Cancer?
I love it. Because when I came here, well, I'm gonna be punching stuff, and that wasn't really my thing. But when I got here, I was like, wow, they're all like me. They all have little shiny heads like me. And I was like, family.
And punch.
Spending time with other kids facing similar challenges is the uniting force that keeps them going.
How come you keep such a good attitude?
Because I'm at Kids Kicking Cancer, and I made lots of new friends.
They're wise well beyond their years. What do you notice?
I noticed that with them facing their disease, they tend to have to grow up fast to face some different challenges that a lot of us never have to face. And the way they take it on with the bravery, that's the inspiration that I get from them.
What do you know that other people don't know?
I know that cancer is possible to survive, and that if I do get angry, I know how to overcome it.
How?
With power breathing.
What did you learn from Kids Kicking Cancer?
I learned a lot about confidence. I learned how to breathe as well as handle my pain.
I've learned that life is short. You can't walk around the world mad, because before this, I was always unhappy.
Where do you get all this power?
My power comes from all my friends and everyone I've met at Kids Kicking Cancer.
Power, peace, purpose!
High five! Woo! Let's hear it! Yeah!
This year, Kids Kicking Cancer turns 19. And while it started in Detroit, it's now spread to New York. There's chapters in Los Angeles, Canada, Italy, Israel, and South Africa. Power, peace, purpose.
What do you get when you combine a dozen wild characters, some kayaks on the Detroit River, and a full moon? When we come back on Live Your Life.
If you want something you've never had, you gotta do something you've never done. Thomas Jefferson said that. So how about a kayak ride down the Detroit River, through the current, at night, under a full moon? Oh yeah, and one last thing. Do it with people you've never met before. That's the recipe for one grand adventure.
The Detroit Outpost is a one-of-a-kind kayak adventure.
So my name is Missy Kenyon, and I started Detroit Outpost 2 years ago. I started it because I was in the next chapter of my life after I had kids and they're in school, and I wanted to do something, but I wanted to enjoy myself. We get to watch people, like 50 to 60 people every week, feel accomplishment. I see them in a meditative state in the middle of the river where they're thinking something out, or they're just cranking their paddle and they're doing things that they never thought they could do before in a place where we never thought we could do it. As we're crossing the river tonight, the sun's going to be setting behind us while the moon's rising in front of us.
Ooh, it's gonna be beautiful.
And it's the perfect canal.
So the only rule tonight is we all have to have fun. Everybody
Absolutely.
in? All right, cool.
All right.
And if there was one message you would want to get to everybody who's not here with us tonight, what's that message?
You missed it.
I feel like I need Gilligan's theme song right now. Thanks.
All right.
What do you hope people get out of these trips across the Detroit River?
I hope people can start respecting our waterways and our trailways a lot more. I hope that people can find their own happiness. I hope that people go out and buy a kayak.
Right now I have free-flowing consciousness. When everybody gets up here, this is the center canal of Belle Isle, and this is where we all have to turn around and sit and watch the sweet spot. When's the last time you watched the sunset in the middle of the Detroit River?
The moment that you had, the moment that you had.
This is spectacular. Seriously, life is made up of moments, and this is one of those moments.
The moment that you had.
Belle Isle is the country's largest city island park and truly has a life of its own.
It's amazing. It's such a gift every single day.
I think this is a part of Detroit people don't even know exists. I don't think when people think of the Detroit River, this is the kind of vibe they're thinking of.
Did you see that guy? Look, this is the famous Belle Isle rope swing. Live your life.
In life, you don't regret what you do. You regret what you don't do.
Whoa!
So why didn't I jump off that rope? Next year.
This is your office.
This is my office, and this office is filled with the finest people you'll ever meet.
People from all walks of life can experience this magical river adventure. For this moonlit night, Missy chose some of her favorite Detroit River Rat regulars. I want to tell you something about these two. It's their second wedding anniversary.
It's actually tomorrow, but we're celebrating tonight because we can't go out tomorrow.
So for your second anniversary, you're out kayaking?
Yeah.
On the Detroit River?
Yes.
That's really cool.
When you're out there in the middle of the Detroit River at night under a full moon, that's the now.
You're in the now. You can't think about yesterday. You can't think about tomorrow. You got to think about staying in that boat. You got to think about what's around you. It's completely in the moment. And you need to find your thing that makes you live in the now.
Full moon sighting! Full moon sighting! Catch it out over here! That moon looks incredible, just behind the lighthouse. See, this is what it's all about. You can't pay for this. Paddling by moonlight on the Detroit River is something you really need to experience to understand.
7 billion people on this earth, but tonight I made a few new friends, kayaking under a full moon on the Detroit River. I'm Lila Lazarus. Live your life, Michigan.
Find out more information about things you saw on the show at lilatoday.com.
Ooh, I almost hit you. Watch out, I'm a bad driver. Hold on. Run, lady, run.
Look at the crew. Kind of looks like Gilligan.